Hello and welcome. My name is Dylan, and today I'm going to help you guys get your bad juju or your bad juju catalyst. And that means getting 25 or 45 tributes in your tribute home. Now, there's a couple ways that you can go about this, depending on how many resources you have, bright dust, legendary shards, that kind of stuff. But I will say off the bat that I do not recommend using bright dust because it is very expensive, and bright dust is super hard to get now with the update of Shadowkeep. So, to get the bad juju, you need 25 of these tributes to be placed. And the easiest way to do that is planetary resources. Now, you can get planetary resources from Spider in the Tangled Shore for legendary shards. Depending on which day you go, depends on which of the resources that he will sell for planetary shards. It could take a few days, but you can get 25 tributes that way. Now, for legendary shards, which is, I recommend doing this as well. Legendary shards, you can get 10 tributes for legendary shards. So, you can get up to 25 tributes, and then all the way up to 35 tributes from using planetary resources and legendary shards. So that will get you this mission here, the other side, to get your bad juju. Now, if you want the bad juju catalyst, it gets a little bit more complicated. So once you get to 35, if you talk to Callus here, you can see that the only tributes that I can actively buy are bright dust tributes. And I don't want to do that. I already bought 3 without thinking a long time ago when I was going for my 25 tributes for my bad juju, because I didn't have a lot of legendary shards at the time, but it is definitely worth grinding out the legendary shards as opposed to spending your bright dust. Now, the other way that you can get tributes without using your bright dust, or if you don't have legendary shards, you can work on it at the same time. Actually, you can get legendary shards while you do this. So you go to Triumphs. In your Triumphs, you go to Destinations. In Destinations, you go over 1 to the right to Minor. And in Minor, you're going to go down to the Tribute Hall. Now, in here, there are a bunch of different triumphs that you can complete that will award you with a tribute. So, the thing here is you need to get armor and weapons from the Leviathan Raid or from Menagerie. And you need to wear those weapons while completing activities. So, the easiest ones to do are for Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. Now, depending on whether or not you like Crucible, you could also do the raid ones, which, you know, it's a little bit harder because you have to find people to do the older raids with. But you can get 10 to 12 tributes in this tab fairly easily. And then if you're proficient at raids or you have a good team, you can get these last 4 here for raids. You can get those ones pretty quickly as well, just as long as you wear some of the armor and you use some of the weapons. Now, you don't have to use the weapons. You could just wear 4 pieces of the armor and an exotic. It will be a little bit slower than using 1 or 2 weapons, but that might be the best way to do it depending on the raid, depending on which weapons that you and your team need to complete the raid. But I would recommend not spending a single bright dust on tributes and just coming over to this tab and unlocking them this way by simply wearing the weapons and the armor and completing the tasks that it lists. But like I said, most of them are really, really easy. You can get 8 to 10 extremely easily. And then there's another 2. If you're decently proficient at PvP, you can get those. And then another 4 on top of that if you're good at raids. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick idea on how you can save bright dust for the tributes in the tribute hall. And also, I didn't know about those at all when I was going through it, and I definitely would have done more Menagerie and grabbed those weapons and armor and just done it that way as opposed to wasting my legendary shards or my bright dust. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped. Have a great day, everybody.
Got it tatted on me, told them follow me, they see the vision, now it's 2020, clear as tile, Lexus, clear as day, no longer move around and fear disarray, pray you hear me like the winter wind against your window pane, feel the bass, baby soak it in and let it marinate, it's time to hustle, gotta muscle up and run through bed.